Okay, welcome to another GCBASIC SuperIDE introduction video. Look, we're going to run this from we're going to run the whole thing, the whole of the SuperIDE from a USB drive. USB, the whole installation, and that is all the tool chain that we're going to see is just under 200K. I mean, the help file is enormous nowadays. Okay, but all I'm going to do is just click on this batch file here, SuperIDE, and it will. I've got a full installation on my C drive. I've got loads of installations, but look, it's running. And it says down here that it's applied logging, blah, 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 whatever. On the right hand side, I've got my button bar, file, recent files, integration test.gcb. Well, let's just create a new file just to show you it's running, right? New file. Here's a new file. It's created an empty file for me. Save as. I'm going to put that in a folder on my local hard drive. Okay. I'm going to call that test1. Saved it. So now I can press function key F6. I can do all the things that we saw in the previous video, which is around, it says in here, compilation. Oh, yeah, I haven't told it a chip, have I? I mean, I could mega 328p. Okay, great. There we go. Oh, what have I done wrong here? Oh, I put a 0 in it. Oh, I've now tried to compile it. Okay. Anyway, right, it's done it. It's compiled it. The errors are because I actually tried to program it as well. Okay, look, we have a program that works. It's compiled, it's tested, blah, blah, blah. And I can open up the assembly file. Can I? No, I've got to do other things to open up the assembly file. Shift F7, and it opens up the assembly. Great, we have a working solution. All right, that was on the iDrive. Let's just open it up again. Why am I opening up the second time? We've got to make sure that the recent files is there. There it is, test1.asm, test1.gcb. Now, my USB drive isn't really a USB drive. It's called a SUBST drive. So I'm just going to change the drive letter. Okay, so I'm going to say make it the F drive. Now I've got an F drive, and my I drive has just disappeared. I've got a D, E, and an F here. Okay, here is a real driver. F. I've changed the letter to F. It's opened it up. Now it's loaded the whole thing from drive. Okay, let's have a look. File, recent files. Same. Why? Why is this? Because it's the configuration for the IDE is saved on the USB drive. The configuration for the user is saved in their profile. These are separate things, and that makes sense because we need the machine, the computer itself has constraints like screens, etc. So saving those onto the local USB drive would be a bad thing. So they're all saved. So if I start this machine, let me go into I'm just going to delete the whole folder. Is that a wise thing to do? I'm just going to come into here. I'm going to put an underscore in front of it. Haven't tested this. We'll give it a go. Clean install. Not started this before, obviously. And I've got everything set up. It says it's copied the tasks. Okay, it's done the task for me. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's all my tasks, and it's loading all this from the USB. All this stuff is on the USB. So obviously no recent files. Oh, the recent files that's because it's on the hard drive. I'm so sorry, it's on the USB drive. That would make sense because that's held. It knows about those things because you're moving your USB drive around. We open it up. It works. Press function key F6, and it will compile. Notice that it's moved the this window at the terminal window around, as it would do because that's held in the user profile. We now know that the tasks are running because the tasks are running. We could compile up a more complex program, but we won't bother because we've done what we wanted to do. Okay, so I'll just set me, because this is a big old screen I got here, so you can see the icons. There you go. There's the icons. Blah blah blah. So we can run it off a USB stick. There is therefore no impact on the local drive at all. I'm just changing the settings in the editor and things like that. There we go. Great. And that is the same program, I guarantee you. Enjoy.